Shall we get my next guest out, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah! Why don't we? I'm thrilled he's back on the show, but first let's see him bringing pucker grub to the people of Rotherham.
Bloody hell, look at all these beers and fags on the floor. Fuck yeah, now.
What? Oh, knobhead!
What do you mean, knobhead? Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm crying, Mum.
Is she a good teacher?
Well, not really, because she told me make that, like, puree, right? And then afterwards she told me chop finely.
Beer, I'm learning myself, darling.
You need to turn the bleeding heat on. At the moment, this is sushi. Do you know what I mean? Fuck you know. We've just lost a meatball. Don't wet yourself.
I don't care right now. What am I supposed to be doing?
This is like anarchy.
Erin, darling, get yourself...
Stop calling me darling!
There you go, that's thought-provoking stuff. Will you please welcome the man trying to do something about that, Mr. Jamie Oliver.
Oliver's Army is here to stay. Oliver's Army are on their way. And I would rather be anywhere else than here today.
See you, how you doing, Jamie? Great to see you.
Hello.
Well, we mentioned it early on. Let me start. Congratulations on the baby news. What a lovely thing.
Thank you.
This will be your third child.
Third Bambino.
So you have, is it Poppy Honey?
Yeah.
And
Daisy Boo.
Daisy Boo. I love the name Daisy Boo.
Yes, my wife, she likes that.
OK, you don't like the name?
What, you think I've got an opinion?
So, you don't know whether it's going to be a boy or girl, the next one yet?
No, well, when Rhododendron comes out, actually, I don't know what sex it is yet, because a lot of people say that I keep talking about having a boy. Obviously, I've got, you know, my wife, Poppy, Daisy, the mother-in-law. There's a lot of girls in the house.
It's a very feminine household.
Yeah. And, you know, if I had a choice, then it would be a boy.
You'd quite like a boy, why not?
But I want to just make it clear that I'm happy whatever the big man gives me as long as it's healthy.
As long as you've got a lovely little baby, that'd be
You know, you've got 3 kids.
I have
Your
3
last one was a boy.
No, my middle one's a boy.
How did you achieve that? Because I've tried quite a few things to try and make... Because, do you know what I did? Because I found out from a specialist that it was about temperature of the balls.
It's all to do with testicular heat.
So what I did was I bought an adult nappy, soaked it in water, froze it, cut a hole for the cock, and made love. I think chefs have girls, though, because of the heat.
The heat, it's very hot in the kitchen, and therefore it does heat things up downstairs.
Yes, it does.
So maybe you should wear the big nappy in the kitchen.
I tried it, so let's see.
For sure.
I actually didn't plan on having this conversation.
Nor did I. But it brings us neatly to your next TV show.
Good bridge.
OK, never mind that. All right, OK. Now, last time you were on the show...
Yes.
Which was a way back, what's about 2 years ago?
Yep.
Was it? OK. The series School Dinners was about to start. It was just on TV, and that was a big campaign that you helped kick off, and it was something I know very dearly hard. How did that turn out in the end? What sort of impact did that have? What success was it? And do you monitor it now? Are you involved still?
Yeah, no, I mean, I always promised that I'd see it through to the end. It's going to be about 9 years until we got a service that we're really proud of across the board. It's on track, but there's lots of problems. I think it achieved a lot, as in got people talking, got awareness. I think there's a string of new government policies and new money, half a billion pounds that we got access.
Wow, that's a lot of money going.
It's a lot of money, but when you divide it between, you know, 6 years and all the children at school, it works out at pennies.
Of course, yeah.
So, you know, but I think it's a big old ship to turn around, so just keep plugging away.
And so it's kind of going in the right direction. Where does the government stand this? Are they helping you as much as you need?
I kind of felt as if I did before 1 hour. A year later, I did a 1 hour and got another 200...
We should expect 4 1-hour shows, you mean, and then you did another programme?
We did the initial documentary, no money. 3 days later, £288 million. Wow. A year later, we came back with What's Happened. We got a promise of another 3 years, another £280 million. And then I kind of thought, you know what, I've done really well, I should shut up now, because people get sick of it, even the ones that's supporting me.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I'll be quiet now for 3 or 4 years, see what happens. And then I'll come back in a year and a half, and do another hour. And
is it when you're not doing it, when the pressure isn't on, what happens? It just gets forgotten, or it gets pushed to the side, or people? Because you'd have thought once they woke up to the idea, they'd say, OK, we've got to keep supporting this. It's something, obviously, it's hard to see why anyone would disagree with this.
I think at the end of the day, we've got a government now that are talking about it a lot. And that's great, and to have that is a massive achievement. What we need to do, the devil in this is in the detail. So money, great. Policy, great. I want to know who's running it. Are they good? Are they strategic? Are they getting the money into the kitchens, equipment, and training the girls so they can, you know, really do a great job.
You must have been approached to join a party. You must have been approached to either put your weight behind an individual
I've
party
been asked
or
to
indeed
join certain quangos of the government, and I just think that, you know, my job really is to stay outside. I mean, ever since I did school dinners, I thought, well, I stay out of politics, never say if I'm left,
But you're
right.
not staying out of politics because this is kind of
being,
it's politics
being
with a small
conservative,
P.
you know,
exactly,
Labour,
yeah.
I thought, well, I was just going to stay out of it and be a constructive pain in the arse.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if there's one important thing in this country, it's our schools and our children. And if you want to fix lots of issues, school is where the heart of this country is. So I'm a real believer in that. And I think, you know, if you've got, I mean, by 2050, all the intelligent people in the world that do all these statistics say that 9 out of 10 people will be obese by 2050.
Because are we the most, is it true we have the highest percentage of obese people in Europe now in this
Yes,
country?
our third most obese country in the world, behind South America and America.
Is it wrong for me to say I'm a bit proud about that, though? Is that, I mean, I know it's bad, but just nice to be in the top 5.
It's not really the World Cup football, is it?
No, but I don't care for football, but eating I love, and so I can see that we've achieved something.
Yeah.
But it's bad for the health system. That's going to groan and buckle
mate,
under the weight of
and
all
I've
these...
learned a lot about that this year, and it's crumbling. It's crumbling, and we ain't helping it.
What's crumbling? You mean the health system's crumbling?
Yeah, of course it is. It's got years. It's got years. It's an another precious thing.
So what we're saying here
And when
then
it's
is...
gone, we'll be so sad.
And you're saying partly what you're worried about, I guess, is that with the growing rate of obesity, that's going to put
We're
a greater
breaking
strain
it.
on this system
No,
anyway.
we are breaking it. 68% of people in hospital are there for some sort of diet-connected reason.
Let's see the health system as a bed. Too many fat people are sitting on that bed. It's beginning to crack. Too many more fat people get on it. This is what you're saying. I'm paraphrasing. Those fatties are going to bust that bed. So basically, make the doors smaller at the hospital. A good first step.
That's a good analogy, yeah. But it's not just about fat people, it's about health as well.
Yeah.
It's not just about large people, it's about people that are just very unhealthy.